In this video, we're diving into the world of hidden gems with a list of 10 underrated games that deserve your attention. These games might not be completely unknown, but they certainly deserve more recognition than they currently have. So without wasting any more time, let's jump in. Vanquish is a third-person shooter known for its fast-paced action and innovative mechanics, such as the ARS suit that allows for high-speed dashes and slow-motion aiming, making the gameplay both intense and unique. Despite being almost 10 years old at this point, I think it still manages to look quite good. It is all a bit drab for my liking, but the textures hold up reasonably well. Vanquish's story is ridiculous. It certainly isn't an award-winning story or anything, but it works well with the game, and it's pretty entertaining. The gunplay is solid, with a variety of fun and powerful weapons, and the responsive cover system is crucial for survival. Despite its strengths, Vanquish didn't receive widespread marketing or attention, but this is definitely one of the best action games out there. Housemarque, known for titles like Super Stardust and Resogun, they decided to move away from arcade games, making Nex Machina a gem from their catalog. Nex Machina is a vibrant twin-stick shooter that delivers high-octane arcade-style gameplay. You play from a top-down perspective, moving through rooms and blast your way through waves of enemies while attempting to save helpless humans. The game features power-ups, weapon upgrades, and a focus on pure action and voxel destruction. Also, game takes cues from classic arcade shooters like Robotron and Smash TV. Its energetic soundtrack, pixel-perfect gamepad controls, and appealing art is quite appealing. The game received positive reviews from players, making Nex Machina is a gem despite its lack of widespread attention. I loved it, and its replay value, scoring system, and challenging gameplay make it a must-play. This game is like Dark Souls, with some awesome sci-fi settings with underrated reviews. In my opinion, this game is really good. The Surge is an action role-playing video game developed by Deck 13 Interactive and published by Focus Home Interactive. Set in a grim future where Earth's resources are depleted, the game portrays a world of mass unemployment and powered rigs. The Surge adopts the challenging role-playing style of the Dark Souls series. Combat feels smooth, unique, and fast-paced. You can block attacks, duck under them, or even jump over them. Dodging is also smooth, which can be customized through modular upgrades. But the Surge didn't receive as much marketing as some other titles, impacting its visibility, while action RPGs often face comparisons to bigger franchises, overshadowing hidden gems. Despite being underrated and overshadowed by bigger franchises, the Surge is a hidden gem that I personally love. Vampyr is an action role-playing video game developed by Dontnod Entertainment and published by Focus Home Interactive. Set in 1918 London during the Spanish flu outbreak, you play as Dr. Jonathan Reed, a newly turned vampire. You must decide whether to drink blood from citizens to gain strength or spare them to maintain humanity, all while investigating and maintaining relationships with citizens. The game offers a great storytelling and interesting characters with excellent voice acting and a lot of morality-based decisions that have a real impact on how the game plays out. The music fits the atmosphere perfectly without ever getting repetitive, and while combat mechanics are familiar, they remain fast-paced and enjoyable. Although this game is not for everyone, I personally love the game, especially the innovative mechanics that set it apart from other RPGs. This game offers something fresh and beautiful adventure with amazing story. Oxenfree is a narrative-driven with captivating graphic adventure game developed by Night School Studio, released in January 2016 across various platforms. The game in a 2.5D perspective, blending three-dimensional characters with two-dimensional environments. The story centers on a group of teenagers, Alex and her friends, struggling with their pasts, relationships, and supernatural forces. Each character has depth, and your choices influence their growth. Their personalities, fears, and histories emerge through dialogue and actions. Despite its merits, Oxenfree remains somewhat underrated. But if you seek a well-delivered narrative experience that can be completed in one go, Oxenfree might be your perfect choice. If you like dystopian cyberpunk with psychological horror, Observer System Redux is an amazing game for you. The game is set in a decrepit apartment building in futuristic Poland, ravaged by the nanophage, a digital plague causing widespread drug use, body modification, and the rule of the megacorporation Chiron. You play as Dan Lazarski, an observer, a police detective who can hack into people's minds. Voiced by the late Rutger Hauer, Lazarski's character pays homage to Blade Runner. The characters' life stories are engrossing, some of them containing extremely dark and disgusting topics, especially considering the game's indie origins, with unbelievably artistic visuals and creative environmental details like flickering lights, shadows, and eerie sounds. This game will offer you an experience like no other. Developed and published by Frictional Games, SOMA is a survival horror video game released in 2015. It offers a unique blend of psychological horror, exploration, and narrative depth. The game takes place in the underwater research facility Pathos 2, a once sophisticated outpost now in disrepair. After a global catastrophe, the crew of Pathos 2 becomes the last remnants of humanity. The game looks dark and gloomy, which adds to the scary atmosphere. The underwater setting is really well done, and it makes you feel isolated and alone. SOMA is often overlooked because it's not a typical horror game with jump scares. It's more about the story and making you think. Many people prefer games with lots of action, so SOMA might not be for everyone. Also, the slow pace and focus on puzzles can turn off some players. Return of the Obra Dinn is nothing short of a masterpiece. This is easily one of the most brilliant titles I've played so far. The art style of Return of the Obra Dinn is a stroke of genius. It's as if the game stepped out of an alternate universe, one where early computer graphics evolved into an intricate, monochromatic reality. Pixels form intricate patterns, outlines define shapes, and shadow blocks hint at hidden horrors. Lucas Pope has transformed the ordinary task of insurance investigation into a captivating, innovative story. You explore the ship's dimly lit corridors, its wooden panels creaking underfoot. Each room holds secrets, clues etched into the very fabric of the ship. For me, Return of the Obra Dinn remains a hidden gem, but is often overlooked because it's a niche game. It doesn't rely on action or fast-paced gameplay. Instead, it's a slow-burn puzzle game that requires patience and logical thinking. From the creators of Limbo, Inside is a puzzle platformer crafted by Playdead. Players control an unnamed boy, navigating a surreal, predominantly monochromatic world. The game doesn't tell you what to do. You figure it out as you go. There are dogs, masked guards, and other dangers along the way. The monochromatic palette creates a haunting atmosphere, accentuated by striking shadows and silhouettes. The seamless blending of foreground and background objects enhances the 2.5D platforming experience. It's surprising that Inside is often overlooked despite critical acclaim. Maybe people overlook it because it's short and simple. However, it's highly recommended for those seeking an immersive, thought-provoking adventure. Much like Limbo, Inside offers a captivating and unforgettable experience. And finally, we have Disco Elysium. This is one of the best RPG game unlike anything else. The story is amazing. The quality of this writing, I've never read anything like it in a game before. The art style is mesmerizing. You play as a detective with severe amnesia, tasked with solving a murder case in a world recovering from a revolution. This game isn't about fighting. It's about understanding your character and the world. The characters feel real, not just game people. They have problems and backstories. Disco Elysium is mostly talking and reading. Your choices matter a lot. You create a character with various skills and attributes, each with positive and negative sides. While Disco Elysium has garnered critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base, it's surprising that it hasn't achieved the same level of mainstream popularity as other RPG titles. However, Disco Elysium is an absolute must-play for those seeking a truly immersive and thought-provoking experience. That's our list of the 10 underrated games you should play. So if we missed any of your favorites, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all our gaming content. If you're still on the hunt for more recommendations, be sure to check out my other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.